TimeShot, yes, TimeShot. I'm in the place where my friends are, and I know together we'll go far. Yeah, TimeShot, yes, TimeShot. And I'm still doing things the TimeShot way.
Hello, people, it's Poet, and we're back on TimeShot. I really shouldn't probably be recording another TimeShot episode right now. I should probably be focusing on like a new Minecraft Dinosaurs episode right now, or something like that. That'll garner, you know, sustainable views. But honestly, I felt like it. So, you know, when you feel like, here, I've given this tip so many times, and this is just like my reiteration for you guys, is if you're taking up streaming, if you're taking up recording, YouTube, whatever, you got to do what you feel like. If you don't feel like doing something, if something feels like a chore, don't do it. If you really do suddenly feel like, oh, I want to play Destiny 2 because it'll get me the views, but, you know, I really feel like playing Stardew Valley. Like, so then play Stardew Valley. That's my advice to everybody. Because otherwise you will get so burnt out, not only on Destiny 2 or whatever the other game was, but also on streaming, recording itself. The reason I'm out here, I'm actually at the, what do they call this again? The Coliseum. Anyway, I'm at the Coliseum, and I saw that Tort had, this has been sitting like about up to there, actually exactly up to there, for ages and a day. And so I actually grabbed a ton of stone brick. I actually just ran out of it. Right exactly over there. So I grabbed a ton of stone brick. I went along and I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 pillars. And then I went ahead and did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bone, whatever those things are, also pillars. But I didn't do the in-betweens because I don't know the style that well. I don't know if he's just following the green, and then like over there I started with that kind of cement green, even though over there I started with some darker green. I didn't know what type of block he's using, because he has both the light green and the, oh, maybe he's gonna alternate it. But then down here, yeah, it looks like he's confused about which green to use as well, so I just put some concrete over there and over here, but then ran out of that as well. Pretty well out of resources for this at this time, but hopefully I can come back to here and at least give Tort or Jake or whoever is working on this anymore, if anybody, a little bit of a helping hand, so that it's not like just this daunting, huge thing. I know that projects that are just so massive like that and tedious can be really daunting, and since it's kind of a TimeShot member benefit thing, might as well start working on it. What else? Today, I wanted to actually work on something. Where am I going? Something a little bit community related, in fact. Not you community, like you guys watching, but like TimeShot member community wise. Not that I wouldn't want to work on something that benefits you guys, but I wanted to work on something that I actually had kind of just chatted with the rest of the gang about. Kind of a cool idea. Something that spawned from Discord, if that's an early hint. Not that I'm going to hide it. But basically, what people were saying... Okay, obviously I'm married now. So what that immediately spawned was people saying, well, you should do the newlywed game. if you don't know what the Newlywed game, it was a game that started in the 80s, 70s, 70s, question mark, I think. And you basically had couples all lined up. You had 3 couples, and the MC or the host would ask questions. The 2 people would try to then match up the answers, and they would get a point. So, for example, they would say, I'm just gonna make one up. What did your husband say was his favorite candy bar? And they both write down their answers. The wife reveals what she thinks was her husband's favorite candy bar. And if they match, they get a point. If they don't, there's sighs and groans. And that's kind of just the gist of the game. That's how it went. Pretty basic, pretty simple. So I thought to myself, we could actually do something similar to that on TimeShot. Something very, very similar to that. Now, while you have that thought floating around your head, take a look at what I've been working on here. Massive amount of work. I actually was waiting for a meeting yesterday. And so I had so much time on my hands. I did 2 things. Number 1, the vines are no more. That's why I have... The flint and steel was really the way to go. Honestly, in the end, flint and steel all the way, 100%. I probably went through 50 of these things because every single little patch of vines took up just about half of one flint and steel. So I went through probably like 50 flint and steels. Not a big deal though, because I had already gotten the majority of it by hand. So the big one was actually the most difficult one was the patron donor hall, the dragon building, way on the other side of the train station there. You know the one. So that one was the most difficult to clean up by far, because the inside was infected by vines, and like by the time I had cleaned up most of it, it would just all regrow. Like I couldn't do it fast enough. Even with fire, it was very difficult. So that was that. But yeah, I did the rest. The tall, long torch towers were the easiest to clean up. Also difficult was around these leaves and stuff, but that I cleaned up by hand mostly beforehand. So yeah, all in all, not a big deal. The second thing is you'll notice that the speckles are disappearing. And we've got these sort of weird whitish colored, grayish, lightish grayish colored slabs that are just kind of here and there. Now, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's very, very difficult to get absolutely everywhere. Like, to get all of that mountain there speckled would be a daunting task. It was daunting enough when I was mining down and then replacing it with stone and mining down and replacing it with stone. It's going to be even worse when I have to, like, pillar up, place some blocks, pillar up more, place some blocks, pillar up more, place some blocks, and then dig my whole pillar down and then do it a couple blocks further. It would just take so long to do one rock face that I thought, you know what, let's remove the speckle idea. Doesn't look that good anyway. That's number 2. So the reason number 2 is that it doesn't look that good anyway. So I'm going to remove the speckles for that reason. I'm going to flush out the greenage here. The green that you see is going to be much more luscious, much more like you see the trees here. In fact, what I might end up doing is removing the trunks themselves. Now, this is kind of a crazy idea. And you know that I've started replacing them with dark oak. Or is it spruce? I think it's dark oak. Instead of the acacia, but keeping the general form of it. What I think I'm going to do is just kind of flush out the leaves and stuff on the sides of the rocks and remove the tree trunks and then just have maybe like a very short trunk on the little bush that's outside of the mountain, and then put them little trunks here and there poking out anywhere that you would see like a big clump of leaves. So that's maybe another idea. I haven't played around with that one yet. So then what I ended up doing with the diorite, because I had a crap ton of it left, I started placing it down like that, and then putting the little speckled, the chiseled blocks, or what do they want? What are they called? The other, are they chiseled? Stone, whatever they are. Been speckling them with that, and I actually thought that that looked pretty good. The first one that I did was up there, and I really liked the way that it looked. So then I went and I came down here and I did that one. I thought that looked pretty good too. So I played around and started to, here and there, there's no rhyme or reason to where I'm putting them. It's all kind of random. Went ahead and put another one right there, and another, I don't know, on the other axis that way. And I will, oh, and one little one up there too. But I will ultimately put more of them around, just because I think that that looks maybe a little bit more natural. You know, different types of rock meshed together. And the white definitely complements the quartz that we have going. So that's that. Oh, and I started building a map over there. So did those two things while I was waiting for a meeting. Did the whole mountain thing. And did the vines. So you can tell how long I was waiting for that meeting. It had to be like 4 hours that I spent on that, roughly. Just kind of 4 hours chilling, waiting for a meeting. And then me and Win went and started getting her name changed everywhere. That's fun. You know, I honestly, women have it very difficult when they change their name because of a marriage. It's difficult. It is really difficult. I think it's kind of a crazy practice. It's sort of funny that tradition is like a legal thing, that it's like this, it's this big deal that, you know, you are married to me, so you take my name. That is such a weird concept to me. Isn't that a weird concept? Maybe it's not that weird. I don't know. It seems weird to me. But anyway, that's that's getting done. It's getting accomplished, slowly but surely. Got more stone brick here. I was actually going to cook this up for the Coliseum there, but I actually think that I'm going to take it now. Let's grab some dark oak. Grab some more. Actually, we probably won't need that much. Grab a bit of fence, because that's always good to have when building. Some signs. Ladders, why not? Nah. I'll take the gates as well. And I need... Oh, I had a flint and steel in here. I don't need it anymore. What else do I need in here? I can make more... I didn't even look in here. I can make more stuff. I don't even know what to get rid of anymore. Ah, I'll take that. So got that. I need paper. That's what I'm trying to think of. Do I have any in one of these? No. Paper. Paper. I can make some paper. Oh, you know what? I have an entire sugarcane farm, and I actually have some out front at the shop too in the sugarcane area, but let's just grab some from the farm here. So, what was I talking about? Daunting tasks and all that. Oh yeah. What am I working on right now? The newlywed game thing. Right. So, that is something I'm going to build at spawn or around spawn. I haven't really picked a spot yet. We're going to do that today. And I kind of have to figure out how it's going to look as well. I'll need some chairs I don't know. Like, I wish I kind of actually had a... I'm sure that I'll make it look better as we go. Because I don't have, like, a picture of the Newlywed game. Like, I don't want it to necessarily look like the Newlywed game itself. I don't necessarily want that. But I want it to have the same functions. So I'm going to have a couple booths, and I have to kind of plan that out on the fly, I think. Do we have any iron in here? Yes. Yes, yes. Yes, because I need anvils for every... Come on. Anvils for every person. So, how does this look? Like that. Like that. Oops. Opposite? Opposite of that? I haven't built an anvil in forever. Forever. How do I... Book! Ah. Yeah. I knew that. Oh my god. It's been so long. Oops, I guess I could have just clicked that again. There we go. I don't think I'll need more than 4. Although people will need, like, those will break. They will break. But I need some of that. Oh, I need chests. Do I have chests? Oh, you know what? It would make more sense instead of all... I got all that paper. Instead of paper and anvils, it would just make sense to use the signs for what I have planned. Where can I put the iron now? Where do I... In here? Alright. Okay. Down we go. It is nighttime. I do have a bed as well. And we're going to go ahead and start building this. So, I have another story to tell you guys today, and that is that I had a root canal done today. Oh, dear God. Dear God. One of the most horrific experiences at a dentist I think I have ever had. And, actually, I'm going to be right back for a second. I got to take care of something in the house first. But we'll BRB, and I'll get back to telling you about the story in a sec. I'm going to hide right down here. BRB. All right. Where was I? So I had my root canal done today, and this was kind of a surprise to me because I didn't know that it was going to be. Like, I wasn't mentally prepared for that. It was a sort of a shock. I actually thought that it would be a consultation. Like, this is the first time. Like, they don't know who I am. I haven't paid for anything. I just went in and... Like, is this how America works? Everybody's gonna say yes. Let me see. Where should I do this? Maybe near the desert. I kind of envisioned it by the desert. Anyway, I expected it to be a consultation, just like, you know, I went to the dentist and all he did was poke and prod my mouth for $200, and he was a consultation. It was a consultation. Said, this is what you need. This is how we're going to fix it. This is how much it's going to cost. Now go to this place and have another consultation. So I walked in and I'm like, yeah, hi, I'm here for the consultation. And they sat me down, did the thing. Maybe like right there? Nah, I don't know. Maybe sort of on the pathway. Maybe do it like right up here. This would kind of be a cool spot for it. It is kind of in the way, though. If this pathway going to the Haunted Mansion comes along this way, I guess we could do it in the desert. It doesn't rain here, which is kind of nice. It means that you could do a recording of it and not have to deal with the constant resetting of the rain and sleeping and, you know. So I kind of have that in mind. Train station entrance is right here, which is also kind of nice for this particular reason. So maybe, yeah, I think I'm going to do it right here. Let's take half of those and make them planks. There we go. I walked in, and I actually worked today. I had work, and I was like, to the people that I work with, I was like, oh, by the way, I'm going in for a consultation at the dentist at X time, and I'll be back into work, like, you know, within the hour. It's not going to be, it's just a consultation. And I kept, like, I just had that in my mind, that it was a consultation, and that's that. And I walked in, they had me sit down, they strapped me in with, like, all their x-ray machines and their light machines and probing machines. And it was like, oh, by the way. So I was like, so how long is this going to take? And they're like, oh, about an hour and a half. And I'm like, what? You mean the whole thing is happening today? Yeah. Great. Wonderful. I had no clue. Not a clue. Let me see here. I actually want to do, like, this could be one booth for one person. Doorway. Maybe another doorway. And then their answers, either in a chest, which I can make. Yeah, or on a sign. So the sign, I'm going to have to get some glass here or something. And then the sign, yeah, because I don't want this person over here stealing the answers from this person over here. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and then like that. 1, 2, 3. And I apologize as always for getting distracted on my story, but it always happens without fail. Anyway, yeah, I had my root canal done. I didn't plan for it. It was one of the, it didn't really hurt too much, but it was the, when they poke you with the needles for the Novocaine, boy, that hurts. It makes you wince in so much pain. And she just, like, patronizingly says, like, you really need to stay still for this. You, lady, are, I mean, Miss Doctor Lady, are jabbing a needle hard. And, like, oh, you'll feel a pressure. You'll feel a pressure, is what she says. Pressure. That was like taking a butter knife. Take a butter knife and jam it into your gum between your teeth. Like, that's what it felt like. It really hurt. I winced and, like, grabbed onto the chair, and she's like, you really can't move for this? Oh, like you've never had anybody wince before. All right, so these are the 2 booths. I don't know that I need to make, do I need to make, let's do a team here. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different than how they would on the Newlywed game, because we've got the benefit of having 3 dimensions. Newlywed game was 3D also, obviously, but it was on a 2D screen, 2D platform. You couldn't really turn around and see the set, so we've got a little bit of a benefit here in that I can have a team here and a team there if we really, really, really needed to have more than one team. And I think that at certain times it would be nice to compete. You know, friend and friend versus friend and friend. All right. And then we can have the Master of Ceremonies. Will just be right over here. So kind of like a judge, you know. This is not a courtroom, but maybe like a little step, little platform. Actually, let's do like this. Let's actually make one of those. A couple of those. And then we'll go ahead and go like this. There we go. So you can stand up here and dish out the game's questions. So the questions, there has to be a book, and that's, I should have grabbed those papers anyway. And they will go into a chest. The chest will be here for questions. Or can I do it in a little bit of a cooler way? Like have the questions right here. Accessible like so. Kind of thing. And then we'd close this off. Or is that just too bulky there? It might actually be easier because they're going to have, whoever's the question giver is going to have the questions on them anyway. They're not going to have to keep going for new questions. It's just going to be a book, I think. So let's do this. Do this, yeah. And then we're just going to place the chest like that. Doesn't have to be, this will be where the questions are, so sign, call it questions. We can even capitalize it. Questions. Okay, so the questions are going to go there. And that's going to be interesting to write. I'm going to have to figure it out for like team 1, team 2, or do we just, you know, do multi questions? I don't know how we're going to make it look yet. As I said, I might want to polish this up off camera, like make it look a lot better. The floor, for example, I would like to look a lot better. Granted, I could just do, you know, like so. Doesn't have to be too fancy. Yep. Something like this. So anyway, I did say, I'll repeat it, but I did say last time the reason that I needed to get a root canal was because, I think I did, was because of a cavity that I got when I was about 10 years old. And what happened is the filling fell out. It wasn't done properly. It fell out. When that fell out, it was like they had to re-drill the hole, and they made it humongous. So they had this humongous filling in my mouth. And what happened is, I guess maybe partially because it was too big, they really shouldn't have done that, said the dentist that I went to. Like, they really should have just fixed the tooth, and I don't know. I'm not a dentist. I can't really say what they should have done and could have done, but they didn't. So unfortunately, what that ended up being is a humongous hole in my tooth, and that gave me an abscess, I guess. Again, I don't know how teeth work. I'm not a dentist. And that was why I needed the root canal. Terrible, isn't it? But that's what happened. All right. I'm going to go like this. No cheating here. Obviously, like, these are going to be walls because, again, like, yeah, I want people to be able to, like, see the answers across from each other, but I really don't want them to see the answers beside each other. That's the most important thing, is to not be able to see the answers right beside you. Your partner is basically just how you win the game. So I don't want that to be revealed. I guess the sides can be perfectly fine if they're lower. So like that could be down. That could be down. so they could see the MC maybe. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Can't really see the MC from over here though. Maybe if I get rid of that. Yeah, then you can. Okay, so that's what I'll do. Yeah, oops. That's wrong. There we go. There we go. So I'm going to give a chest of signs right here for everybody as well. So each one, that's 4 chests. Where am I going? 1, 2, 3, 4. So needless to say, anyway, everybody, I was a little bit late for work, but I had kind of planned for that. Like I knew that I was going to be late a little bit. So I worked an entire extra hour and a half in the morning, and it ended up that all total I was only maybe late like total of 10-15 minutes, like if you're not counting, well, if you are counting like everything, I was only late for like 10 minutes, so not a big deal, but definitely wasn't prepared for that. I don't know how you can be prepared for that. It was just kind of a shock to my system. I thought I was going in for a consultation, and then, not that I'm afraid of dentists either, so I want to get that straight, is that I'm not afraid of dentists. I've never been afraid of dentists. I don't find there's anything to be afraid of. Did it suck? Yes, it really genuinely did, but it wasn't like so horrifying that you know, I'd be terrified of it. I know that people have phobias of dentists. I'm not quite that bad. I got that one right? Yeah. Okay. Not quite that bad, but I can certainly see how some people could be with how much it hurt, especially if it, like,
hummus.
You went in hummus. If you went in and it was a bad experience, like, I can see it, because, for example, like, the dentist that I went to today was actually very, very, very kind. She was very careful. She was very thorough. She made sure I was comfortable. But then at the same time, like, there were little things, okay? So here's where the horror story begins. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, I should explain that hummus, the hummus is notification from work. We use this program, and notifications come in, and it says hummus. That's what I have it set to, okay? It's just what I enjoy. Don't question it. I enjoy the hummus. All right, so yeah, just like that. Just making sure it's all kind of torched up around here, because it was a little bit dark. I don't think we need torches inside the booths themselves. Yeah, should be all right. So here's kind of the gist of it already done. So everybody's going to get at least 1 sign, 2 signs, preferably. So everybody gets 2 signs. Just in case they have a very long answer of some kind. Don't think they should, though. Okay? So the way that it's going to work, and this is the basic principle of this game right now, is that you've got your host right here. Welcome to the show. Grab the question book. There's going to be a booklet with questions, and it's going to be like, okay, we've got, like, let's say Jake and Poet over here, and Code and Tort over here. And the question will be like, what is... Like, oh, maybe I should label these. Because we don't have, like, husband and / wife. We don't have that. Or do we? We could have, like, contestant A and B. Possibly. So I'm going to say, yeah. Oh, I got an even better idea. Let's just do colors. I don't have color blocks on me, but we can grab some from somewhere, I'm sure. Wool, terracotta, and or the cement. Yeah, I need colored blocks. So we're just going to do blue and red. So we're going to be like, for example, what is Red's favorite? What is the Red partner's favorite chocolate bar? Like I had suggested before. And ooh, I'm gonna take all that. And then they'll have to then guess what, or they don't have to guess because they're best friends and they know the answer. They will just know. Light gray is really the only color wool that we have in this entire place. You gotta be kidding me. Like what is Red's favorite chocolate bar? And then the person in blue will have to take one of the signs and fill it out. And then I guess everybody will have to just get up and go and read the sign and see what their answer was. And there's no real easy way to do that except that everybody just has to get up, go over there, and see the answer. That's really all there is to it. I can't think of, honestly, a better way to do that right now. Except possibly having papers that you would have to sign and then throw it into a hopper. It all goes down to the host. But that seems a little bit tedious, and for what it's worth, you know, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do any of that. Just keep it simple. So we're just going to run over there, see what the answer is that red or that blue put down. Both of them put down. And if it matches, they get a point. You know, simple as that. The host can also be the scorekeeper in that. They have a book they can write in it. And there you go. So then I don't need all these anvils that I made. I can't put them away. Oh boy. So I came for the wool. The wool will be in here. Red and blue. So I need 2 red, 2 blue. There we go. There we go. So, yep. Had a root canal today. First and only root canal. Painful. Yes, with the jabbing of the thing in the mouth. However, afterwards, like, I'm feeling way, way, way less pain right now. Like, they gave me a crap ton of Advil, and I'm like, you know what? I'm one of those people who... Yeah, I'm one of those people who doesn't like to take over-the-counter pain meds when I don't have to. Like, I don't take Tylenol unless I am in such severe pain that, like, you might as well think my arm just fell off. Severed off arm. Okay, that counts. That calls for a little bit of Tylenol, you know? Otherwise, I don't take it. So she's like, oh, yeah, you have to take Advil. Advil will work the best. And you take 800 milligrams or whatever it is. Which is a crap ton of Advil to take. Like 4 tablets. The bottle, I read the bottle. The bottle says take 1. If you still have pain, take 2. Only take 4 per day. Total. Well, I mean, I'm not in pain right now. I'm not. I'm really, really not. So, I know she told me to take like a total of 8, 9, 10, 12 today. All the way to 12 total. I'm not doing it. I don't feel pain. There's no reason to do it. If I am in pain, well then crap. But all right, let's do this. Let's finish this. Also, to kind of give you other news, is that Wynn has hurt her back, and I don't really know. She doesn't really know how she hurt her back. It's severe back pain. From I think when she was cleaning the house, she must have sprained it, leaning a certain way, and as a result, she is in severe pain as well. She went to the doctor today. They gave her all kinds of pain meds. They gave her all kinds of pain meds. I literally had someone do surgery on my head today. Here's a few Advil. I don't need them. Oh, dear God. Help me. All right, so here we go. here we go. This is basically set up. I'm thinking we should build a little building around this setup, but honestly, it's not entirely necessary. And it's all done. It's all done. We just have to get the book done with the questions, which will be the most difficult part. And otherwise, yeah, we're done. So, you know, question for Red, what's your favorite chocolate bar? I go in here, say like Hershey's, just as a example. And then once everybody's written their answers, the signs will be done. Maybe I should have like a little like I'm done button. Like a little light. Ding, my answer's done. That might be kind of cool. Though not really necessary. But yeah, I just want to make sure that I can't read that sign. Oh, I can if I go like this and use Optifine. Sort of. Yeah, okay. Maybe in that case, unfortunately, prevent the cheating. This person's not going to be able to really see the MC very well. But then this person can't cheat. Unless I just kind of go based on the honor system. TimeShot group is an honest bunch, right? Right? Anyway, it's done. We're done. Told you guys. Yeah, both me and Win are kind of under the weather now because of this whole, you know, her back is hurting and I'm obviously I had like my tooth drilled into and nerves ripped out. So why am I even recording? I should just chill tonight. I think that's what I'm going to do with the rest of tonight. You guys have a great night. I'll see you next time on TimeShot, where hopefully I want to play this game. I want to play this game with people. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.